boy, peace and blessings, welcome back. If you're new to this channel, I give a lot of spiritual tools that you can use for your mental state, your emotional state, your spiritual journey, just your life as a human being that can help you feel the way you want to feel, be more at peace with yourself, your decisions, your circumstance, things like that. Right, this video I'm gonna speak on indifference. But first, to be honest, I do make these videos for myself as well. I have very bad memory, honestly, so sometimes I leave things in videos just for myself to help me remember. For some reason, these videos help me more than just journaling, but just speaking to myself very quickly. A couple of months ago, God told me I was a priest. So I guess, if I smoke a blunt or something, I'm a high priest, you know what I'm saying? I just want to add that in the video in case I forget. Today, Papa Legba came to me. I haven't made a video about my experience working with him yet, because it's nothing too major, honestly. I think he did save my life one time. I guess it is pretty major. I should make a video about him. But if you are trying to work with that spirit, leave out cigars. He likes cigars. If you can't get your hand on cigars, he probably smoke whatever you like to smoke, cigarettes or whatever, joints or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He's been working with me for a couple of years at this point now, maybe like 2 years or something. And there was one more thing I wanted to tell myself, just for my memory's sake. And this is exactly what I mean. I guess it doesn't matter. But speaking on indifference, right? I feel like indifference is really a superpower we have, Sometimes we get overwhelmed with the negative emotions, negative circumstances, negative people, negative experiences, But that's really a very small part of our life. I think you should push for positivity and living the way you want to live, however that is, right? But a lot of times we just get overwhelmed with particular people, particular places, particular things, right? But if we take a step back and look at the grand picture of things, one way to balance our emotions and our mental state is to be indifferent. Say if you have nothing but negative people in your life, you feel as though you have nothing but negative people in your life. You're getting nothing but hate thrown at you, right? Sometimes it can feel like the whole world is hating us. Other times it can feel like we're blessed, the whole world loves us, And it's important to stay indifferent to the outside world. The same way, say, people are just being negative towards you, right? There's 8 billion people on the planet, if we would believe these people who make statistics and these numbers and things like that, right? They say there's like 8 billion people on the planet. If one person throws negativity towards you, another person will show you love, right? Because just thinking about it, we typically know very small portions of the population. You might have 50 numbers in your phone, 500 numbers in your phone, whatever it is. It's not 8 billion people. You get what I'm saying? So I've come to grow indifferent to the love and to the hate that, doesn't affect my soul. Someone can say they love you, but if you don't really feel it in your spirit or your soul, it's kind of like a surface level thing. Someone can say they hate you, right? Want to fight you, all this stuff, right? If you don't really feel that in your spirit and your soul, I think it's best to be indifferent to it. If it's just in your mental state, your emotional state, we can cleanse those things. You can spend time bringing your emotions and your mind back to normal, right? But the world is still going to be the world, right? If you were to meet all 8 billion people, just speaking logically, millions of people will probably hate you, for no reason, right? No reason at all, right? In that same way, millions of people will probably love you, right? for no reason, right? Just if you have a lot of love in your heart, you show love to wherever you're around, right? I love everyone. I'm indifferent to my love. I love everyone. The same way there's people filled with hate. They literally hate everyone. You get what I'm saying? They will hate as many people as they can. There's other people who will love as many people as they can. You get what I'm saying? We just typically don't meet billions of people, So I was stay indifferent to that. It's just a moment in your life. It's a very spiritual channel, right? You're dealing with a lot of spirits that hate you. You should be indifferent to it. There's just as many spirits that love you. You get what I'm saying? I think indifference is a strength we can all grow to learn. We can all acknowledge, whatever circumstance it is. You get fired for your job, right? There's like logically, you get what I'm saying? There's probably millions of, employers who will hire you, literally, logically, right? That's how my brain is thinking at this moment. If your girl cheats on you, right? Your man cheats on you. There's literally probably millions of people who would never do that to you. You get what I'm saying? You should be indifferent to the negativity. You should appreciate the positivity. Realize that's a blessing to be in that positive energy where you don't have to spend time working on your brain. You don't gotta, you know what I'm saying, do all these extracurricular activities just to feel good. You don't gotta go smoke or drink just to feel good. You don't gotta go talk to that toxic person just to feel good. You get what I'm saying? You don't gotta go to some job you don't like just to feel good, just to pay your bills. There's a lot of opportunities out here. So we should be indifferent to the hate. That's how I feel. That girl doesn't want to talk to you, you're so in love with, she's so fine, you do everything for her, just be indifferent to that. Like, I'm sure there's logically, you get what I'm saying? There's thousands of women who would want to be with you, logically, right? There's thousands of men who would want to be with you, logically, just speaking logically. You get what I'm saying? In the same way, maybe you're not getting the help you need right now, right? The world is very, very tough, The 100 of people in your phone can't help you. Your family can't help you, your friends can't help you. You should be indifferent to it. There's people who will literally give you the clothes off their back. You may just not know those people. It's billions of us. It's impossible kind of to know everyone, right? You don't even speak the same language as everyone. You get what I'm saying? Like, you should take yourself seriously. You should take God seriously. Everyone else is like, you can never be too sure, just logically, right? You put your faith, and you know what I'm saying? Not you, just us, us as humans. You get what I'm saying? We put our faith into strangers a lot of times. We put our trust into strangers a lot of times and hope it turns out well. But you don't have to put your hope into anyone else. You don't have to put your faith into anyone besides you and God. That's the only thing logically that will be stable and secure and certain. Like, we trust our partners won't cheat on us or won't do anything if we have children with them, anything to our children. We trust our bosses won't fire us. We trust, you get what I'm saying? The people we were working with aren't racist or sexist or crazy criminals. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm just learning to be indifferent. Yeah, you're a criminal, There's places for you. You get what I'm saying? You're a hater, right? I can't trust you. You're a negative person, right? There's places for you. Right? Those places don't have to be next to us, That place doesn't have to be next to me, right? You're a toxic person. You don't have to be next to me. You're a hater. You don't gotta be next to me. You're racist, you're sexist, whatever. You don't gotta be next to me at all. I don't want you next to me. I'm indifferent to it, A lot of times our brain puts so much value onto other people. And we need to start valuing ourselves more, start valuing God more. You will be you for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? God will be your God for the rest of your life. These friends may not be your friends forever, Kind of growing indifferent. These partners, how many girlfriends you had, how many boyfriends you had. We put so much faith into these partners who are temporary when we are with ourselves forever. We are with God forever. There's nothing wrong with having friends, having lovers, talking to strangers and stuff like that, meeting new people. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that, right? You're an extroverted person, you're a loving person, you're a kind person, you're fun to be around. You get what I'm saying? That's going to happen to you naturally. We just don't know the truth about anyone but ourselves, truthfully, just logically. I've been with myself every day since the day I was born. I know every single thing I've ever done. I can't say that about anyone else. I know when I'm speaking the truth. I can't say that about anyone else. Sometimes our intuition is wrong. Sometimes our intuition is right. We just don't listen to it. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes our spirit guides tell us what to do. We still don't do it. So, I'm sure that's happening to other people. You get what I'm saying? I'm sure other spirits, other angels are telling these people to do this and this and this, make the world better, and they're not doing it. We're kind of all guilty of that. So I'm just growing indifferent. If I don't really feel it in my soul, in my spirit, if I just feel it in my body, in my mind, in my thoughts, in my emotions, that has led me wrong many times. Our emotions can lead us to the wrong places, the wrong people sometimes. I don't think my soul has ever done that, though. My soul has never led me to the wrong person. My spirit has never led me to the wrong person. God has never led me to the wrong person. Right? It's usually our desires, our compulsion. So I just want to bring to your attention the ability and the knowledge of indifference. I know a lot of us are manifesting what we desire, what our true heart desires, what our soul, what our spirit desires. And I think it's good to be patient for those things. Don't accept anything less. Don't be indifferent to yourself. If you want a partner that has certain qualities, you should be indifferent to everyone else. Truthfully, if you want a job that has certain qualities that allows you to do certain things, you should be indifferent to, the potholes in the road, to the bad weather. We can't control the rain. We can't control people's emotions, people's thoughts. We spend years even trying to control our own emotions, our own thoughts. You get what I'm saying? So be indifferent to the outside world, because the outside world is indifferent to you, right? This universe throws hate at you the same way it throws love at you. It's indifferent to you. This universe throws health at you the same way it throws sickness at you. It is completely indifferent to you. So I wouldn't put too much of your own energy, your own divine energy, into these situations that aren't divine to begin with. These mundane, normal human situations. You get what I'm saying? If you met all billions of people, you would understand the truth of the world, right? The truth of humanity. You get what I'm saying? There's people who will hate you for no reason. There's people who will love you for no reason. It's just because the universe is indifferent. It really just comes down to God is not indifferent to you. God cares about you, wants the best for you, loves you. No matter what you do, you should love yourself indifferently no matter what you do, right? Still want to do better, right? Everyone else is kind of indifferent, though, right? Your family, you get what I'm saying? You share the same blood with them. That stops them from being too indifferent, right? Because we value blood, family, things like that. Everyone else, though, is completely indifferent to you. These people, I've lost so many friends and girlfriends and jobs and all kind of stuff. You get what I'm saying? It's just life, right? Because they're all indifferent to me. You get what I'm saying? One moment, this person can be your best friend. But if you do certain things, you act a certain way, they believe certain lies. Anything in the world can happen. You get what I'm saying? Anything in the world can happen. Now you need a new best friend. You get what I'm saying? Now you need a new partner. Right? Because they're really indifferent towards you. A lot of this world is just so transactional. If you do this and this and this, then I'll love you. right? If you do this and this and this, then we can be friends. Then we can be best friends. Then I won't talk shit about you. You know what I'm saying? It's like all transactional, right? You don't have to do anything to love yourself. You don't have to do anything for God to love you. Literally, you just being alive. You just being alive. You get what I'm saying? I don't care what no book says, no Bible says. The God I know loves everyone. He made everyone. You get what I'm saying? God is not the universe. The universe will destroy your ass. You get what I'm saying? You be out on a boat and a fucking storm come. You gone. That's the universe. You get what I'm saying? You just get sick. Some crazy virus or some bacteria. That's the universe. God is not the universe. I know a lot of people think that. I'll make a video on that. God is not the universe. God created the universe. You know what I'm saying? The universe is indifferent. Same way a lot of these angels are indifferent. Angels don't fail. Your own family, I'm sure you done got fights with your own family, your own lovers, friends, best friends, all that stuff. This whole world is indifferent to you. Logically, that's the proof. That's the experience. You know what I'm saying? Every world not like this, but this world that we're in right now, this is indifferent. It's transactional. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know you gotta pay your bills, pay your rent. You know what I'm saying? But you don't do this, this, and this, you're gonna get fired from your job. That job is indifferent to you. A lot of these partners people be going with, their wives, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, they indifferent to them. If they didn't do this and this and this, they would not be with them no more. A lot of their friends. Oh, you do this, 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 you hang out with this person, you go there, I don't like this. Now y'all not friends no more. This is indifference. You get what I'm saying? Recognize how much indifference in the air. You get what I'm saying? I ain't gonna try to get mad, you know what I'm saying? My angel form fucking wanna destroy this shit. Ben wanted to destroy this shit billions of years ago, shit, but it's just, it is what it is. As a human, you get what I'm saying? You should be aware of how indifferent this world really is to you. You know what I'm saying? You can do your job. It's not even your job, but you can express yourself and live how you want to live. With those positive qualities I try to, share with you guys. You get what I'm saying? Remind you of. But again, everyone not like us. Everyone not in the band. You get what I'm saying? But peace and blessings. Thank y'all for making it to the end. I hope y'all have a super day, a super week, a super month, a super year. We're working with our super angels. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, peace.